Kerala just delivered a political notice sweep, a warning. In the 2025 local body elections, old certainties collapsed. New players entered spaces they were never meant to enter. And voters quietly sent a message that shook Kerala's political comfort zone. Don't take us for granted. If you think this was just a small election, if you think this was routine local politics, then you are already missing the real story. Because what happened here is not local, it is structural and it has consequences far beyond ward boundaries. What is this election and how it works? Before we go further, one important clarification. In Kerala local body elections, people do not vote for a CM, neither for an MLA. They vote for ward councillors. One ward, one councillor. These councillors together form a Grama Panchayat in rural areas, a municipality in semi-urban towns, or a municipal corporation in major cities. Whichever party or alliance wins more wards controls that particular local body. From among these elected councillors, a president, chairperson, or a mayor is chosen. So, this election is not about faces. It is not about charisma, it is about numbers, control, and administrative power at the ground level. But why does this really matter? Because local bodies decide what people experience every single day, just like roads, garbage collection, drainage, water supply, street lights, welfare beneficiary list, and the list goes on. This is the level of governance people feel, not just discuss. But there is something even more important. Local bodies are the nursery of political power. Most MLAs, most ministers, most party organizers in Kerala start their political life right here. That is why parties take these elections seriously. That is why voters use them to send warnings. And that is why the 2025 results matter so much. Let's see the statewide picture, what actually happened. The UDF emerged as the single largest force overall, especially strong in rural and semi-urban panchayats. The LDF lost its traditional dominance most visibly in urban local bodies. And the NDA recorded its best ever performance in Kerala's local body election history. Voter turnout stayed high, around 74%, showing that public engagement was strong. This does not mean Kerala changed sides overnight. What it means is something even more deeper. Kerala's political certainty broke. For decades, outcomes at the local were predictable. In 2025, they were not. What this election was not. Let's clear the noise. This was not an NDA sweep or an LDF collapse or a UDF wave. Kerala didn't jump from one camp to another. Kerala just rearranged power. And rearranging power is far more dangerous for political parties than losing power outright, because it signals doubt and always spreads doubt. Thiruvananthapuram, the wall that fell. For 45 years, the Trivandrum Corporation remained a left bastion. In 2025, that pattern broke. The NDA emerged as the single largest bloc and LDF lost majority control. This was not about ideology, it was about urban anger. Waste management failures, infrastructure delays, corruption allegations at the corporation level. Voters punished performance, not beliefs. This was not celebration politics, this was punishment politics. Ernakulam, power without noise. In Ernakulam, including Aluva and surrounding municipalities, the UDF performed strongly. There was no dramatic narrative, no loud victory, just quiet, performance based voting. LDF weakened in urban pockets, NDA expanded its ward level presence. Here, voters chose delivery over legacy. And Kochi did not crown a clear winner, it just issued a warning. Flood management failures, smart city delays, infrastructure chaos. Kochi told all parties just one thing clearly: fix governance or else face the consequences. It was so loud and clear. And Thrissur, the BJP lab, Thrissur did not see a sweep, but it saw consolidation, organizational work, cadre presence, steady vote share growth. This was not emotional voting, this was methodological expansion. And about Malappuram and Kozhikode, it was just like a quiet signals. No dramatic flips here, but margins reduced, youth voting patterns shifted, blind loyalty weakened. And the controversies that shaped this voting. This election did not happen in isolation. Across Kerala, several undercurrents influenced voting. Governance fatigue in cities, daily level corruption complaints, welfare delivery versus accountability debates, and intense social media narratives at ward level. This was one of Kerala's most digitally influenced local elections. WhatsApp groups often shaped decision faster than party campaigns. The psychological shift in voters is on another side. Traditionally, Kerala voters asked, if not them, then who? In 2025, a new question appeared: why not test them? This election became a trial run. Voters experimented. They warned, they observed. This is far more unsettling for ruling parties than outright rejection. Post-election violence. While most of Kerala accepted the verdict peacefully, there were isolated but disturbing incidents after the results. In parts of Kannur and Kozhikode, clashes broke out between political workers. Reports included stone pelting, property damage, alleged crude explosive attacks near residences. But let's be clear, this was not a widespread violence. There were no mass riots, but it was serious enough to remind us how politically charged Kerala politics still remains. But what the police did? Kerala police responded swiftly. Additional forces were deployed, patrols intensified, victory processions restricted, cases registered. The quick response prevented escalation. But the reactions from the top was impressive. The impact reached the highest levels. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan acknowledged that the outcome was not as expected and called for introspection. Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomed the mandate in Trivandrum, calling it a watershed moment in Kerala's politics. When both the Chief Minister and the Prime Minister respond to a local body election, one thing is so clear: this result mattered far beyond the local level. What this means for 2026? Local body elections do not decide governments, but they decide confidence, organization, and momentum. In 2025, LDF lost urban confidence. UDF gained power but not full narrative control. NTA gained legitimacy. When legitimacy arrives, politics never resets. When voters stop fearing power, power starts fearing voters. Kerala has crossed that line. This is Chandni for the Unmasked Indian. Stay tuned.